Hello guys, how are you doing? It's been a while, I hope you still remember me. I just kind of burned down playing League for a little bit. Did get back to it though, and played a couple of games very rusty though. I had some good plays in some games actually were really good. They were not necessarily ones I wanted to like record later in Baron replays. Of course, I haven't been like recording in OBS just yet, which is like really live. Mostly because I'm playing with my friends a lot, and that means we're speaking Dutch, and of course when we're speaking Dutch there's a very limited amount of the audience that views my video that actually can watch that. But this game actually did well, was fun. I think bringing in Kennen, I just bought Kennen as well. In all the previous video I didn't actually have him yet, he was free to play. So I think it's a good video to come back with. Let's put it like that. This game we're gonna have a Blitzcrank jungle, remade with him, also with Sivers, AD carry, Karma support and Victor mid. I'm up against Draven, which seems to happen a lot. Whenever I'm recording a game, really. Rarely very impressed with Draven plays. Of course, whenever Draven gets fed, Draven shits all over. It's rare that Draven really gives me a lot of trouble in lane. Also, maybe she gets picked a lot, and that's why. Evelynn jungle, of course, does mean that everybody in our team is gonna die a whole lot unless she plays poorly. Kalista AD carry is, of course, you know, it's horrible to play against. If it's a good Kalista, it's so difficult. Nunu support for the attack speed on Kalista, more hops and stuff, more rend damage. Echo mid, of course. One of the flavors of the month, as he's new. And as we start out the lane, I'm earlier than Riven. Suspicion is Riven will be doing a camp because he brought teleport. And apparently that's a thing. I was out of it, but like my friends told me. My friends told me she's probably doing a camp, and I was like, okay. Gonna try and farm this, already missed one. But I do want to rush my level 2 as well, because I don't want to come into lane with like a level disadvantage to Riven. If I push my lane, I'm gonna get a slight level advantage because she's gonna get exactly level 2, and I'm gonna get slightly above it when she comes in. Disadvantage is that she has more minions, so there she can get more XP if she gets them all or just is near them when she dies. Advantage for me though is that as long as I have a bigger wave, she can't really trade against me. Disadvantage again is that Evelynn is their jungler, so I have to be really careful being this far pushed up, especially level 2, not having my E yet. Riven, of course, did jump on me, went about even. I always have to be careful, don't ever let Riven jump on you. It rarely ever really goes well. If you have a big wave and some armor especially, you stand a good chance of winning that trade. Should never get too greedy with it, to trade with Riven. So far going pretty well though. I use my range advantage as well as I can. Whenever she gets close, I try to not be close because I don't want to let her jump on me, especially now that the plays are about even. Gonna get the stun off here and trade about even again. She takes a bit more minion damage on the way out. It's another shuriken. So all in all that went well, but the more she trades, the more easy it is for Evelynn to come in and pick up a kill. Of course, Riven herself doesn't actually have Ignite, that's a little advantage for me. Unless I really win my lane, then of course that's handy. See Riven coming towards me and immediately E out, because I don't want to die to Evelynn, because, or Riven on her own basically. Riven on her own if she goes aggressive, if she jumps on you, like I say, very dangerous. Get out in time before Evelynn comes, trade back a little bit, do half her health and damage. And I have teleport, so I can easily TP back in lane. In the meantime, mid lane, slight advantage. I think Victor might have forced Echo out of lane already at some point. Blitzcrank is waiting for me to come in for the gank. There is a big wave though, and he finds Evelynn down there. I want to kind of get away, so I just tell him don't bother. But now he's very much out of position. So Riven jumps in, so I have to come and aid it as well. Can't get the stun off because I think I used my W for the wave. Blitz doesn't get the grab over the wall. And I just want to be back here and farm this as well as I can. Right now we're farming exactly even, though I do have the health advantage from the little trade I just went on, where I could poke Draven a little bit as she escaped because he started trying to attack Blitzcrank instead of me. That's why I have the health advantage, in short. And we didn't attack Evelyn, but rather did attack Draven. So she flashes out. I can easily win the trade because I have a ton more health. I flash after, sniper with the Q. You know, I permanently have to be careful. Sorry for the FPS there. It always happens when I record. Baron replays with traps. Evelyn just does so much damage, so I don't want to hang around a lot. Draven does have teleport, I'm pretty sure. No, she probably does have teleport. No, she doesn't because she did a camp on level 1. I'm back. Good hook by Blitz. That's a trade, mid laner for mid lane. Echo got their kill though, Blitz got ours. Not too big of a deal, but you kinda want Victor to always be able to go head to head with Echo, and therefore it's nice if he gets the kills. I'm also kinda out of the my game analysis, I guess. Takes me a little while sometimes, guys, please bear with me. Coming back into my lane, huge wave pushing towards me, and I have an advantage, level advantage, and probably gold advantage, so it won't be too much. 400, though percentually that's pretty big. Both armor and 5 bolts, so I can stay in this lane forever basically, and I can poke Draven whenever she comes and tries to CS. Which is something you normally see me try and do when I have an advantage. Either I push it really hard, but then I risk jungle interference, or I just push it so hard and then base, and then when she pushes back, I can just freeze it, sort of freeze it, I'm not an expert, near my tower. As you can see, whenever Draven jumps in, I can get the stun off at some point, minion straight damage as well, and so it's pretty easy for me to win this trade. I have armor and 5 pots, I can sustain through this. Draven does have lifesteal, but I don't let her, you know, near the minions a lot. She can get a lot out of her stuff. I can spot her with my Q, with my W, so I know where she is. Can jump in, activate the ult. It's not that. It's a little bit close. That was pretty calculated. In the meantime, bot lane, we have 2 Doran's Blades on Sivir versus Boots, Doran's Blade, and Longswords on Kalista, but Kalista's died twice, and both Karm and Sivir have a kill, so that's about even. Farm is even there, mid lane, slight farm advantage for Victor, but he didn't get the kill credit. As Draven teleports in, I probably didn't even need to, because I was gonna be afraid of Evelyn coming in with this low health. Always be afraid of Evelyn, and when you can see her. You know, I'm not saying like don't take any risks at all, because then you never gain anything. But sometimes you just need to be careful, especially for Evelyn, because it's so hard to know where she is. During this game, you'll often see me make a play or push something whenever Evelyn is visible on the map, or just has been visible on the map. Blitz asked me to put warded red because Evelyn, and Blitz of course isn't the best clearing jungler. Bot gets another kill. I walk back into lane. I have a slight farm advantage over Draven. Waves pushing against me again, so we're probably gonna try and do the same thing we did just before. Reset near my turret, and just play the game like that. I have a teleport advantage as well now because she just used hers, and I walk back into lane. So we're looking good. And bot lane is always scary though. Like, didn't feel like we were so much ahead because of the combined pressure of Evelyn and bot lane being still pretty dangerous with, between Nunu and Kalista. Blitz comes in for the gank. I jump after, do miss the ult because he jumps out. Gonna QW, still do a lot of damage. We basically still won the trade. Except that I used my ultimate and Draven didn't really use anything for that. She's gonna activate her ult again. I get the stun off before anything though. Evelyn comes in as well, but I E out. And that's basically Draven just activating her ulti. Just like I just wasted mine in a gank. She just wastes hers here. And I can farm on the turret again at least fine. What you see me do a lot, considering how rusty I am, is not turning off my E whenever I'm done hitting everything with my E that I want to hit. And then just walking straight at something instead of like W queuing or auto thing. I saw that Evelyn was near, so I'm gonna get the stun off on Draven again and immediately E out. As long as I get the stun off on Draven, I could probably just run away from Evelyn. Evelyn is of course very squishy, especially if when I have my ult up as well. I might be able to kill Evelyn if I stun Draven and she goes for me alone. But if Evelyn Draven does get the stun up, most likely that's gonna be a lot of pylon damage. And CC subsequently. Doing what I told you I normally do whenever I feel ahead in lane and the base pushing against me. Try and freeze it, do a rather poor job of farming. Because I'm trying to see if I can hit Draven at the same time. Still doing better than Draven though, so that's nice. Of course, got the power W, but used it on a minion because I wanted to farm rather than on Draven, and which allowed Draven to jump in on me. Did get the stun off. Luckily she didn't have an ult, I guess, because I do see it's up now, but I guess it just wasn't. And it did a lot of damage just now. Evelyn also didn't have her ult up probably. So yeah, there's still danger in this lane. I didn't have my ult, I think, yet. But I got out and I'm gonna teleport back into top lane to pick up the farm. We did get Dragon while Evelyn was top, so that's pretty worth. I used one summoner teleport. I don't think they used any summoners, but we did get Drake for it, so you know that's just more pressure and more advantages being piled on. Draven disappeared again as I came back into lane. I got the sword. I tend to get sword shoes pretty early as Kennen because I tend to base a lot early as Kennen. I did ping missing, but Draven did go successfully mid and get a kill there. Not much I can do about that now. Just expecting Draven to come in again and hope that she was low and that I could kill her. In the meantime, push it in so she misses more farm. And bot's doing well, 3-1, but they aren't in lane now, while Kalista and are. Draven comes in with me. I'm gonna keep pushing. I don't know if we saw Evelyn anywhere. I guess we didn't see Evelyn because whenever Draven walks anywhere near the minions, I tend to back off. Of course, if I knew where Evelyn was, I'd be able to harass her a lot more with auto attacks and Qs and whatever. Happy that it pushes against me now, but because Draven disappears again, I'm pushing it again because she just went mid right now and got an advantage for her team. So I must make sure that she can't do that again. Instead, she based and is gonna teleport in, got a Tiamat. I have 2 level advantage on her. I do a lot of damage to quite a lot of damage to the turret whenever I can hit it. But same thing applies that just did, except that the Draven is slightly more dangerous even now. But I do have the 2 level advantage, which you know, it really helps me. I do still have 5 pots as well. So as long as it's small trades, I think I can win. But as long as I don't know where Evelyn is, it's really difficult for me to put pressure in this lane. Now that's the advantage of Evelyn. Whenever you don't show yourself, that's almost when you have the most pressure, because all 3 of the lanes, they just have to hang back and wonder, am I going to die? If Evelyn, if I do something now, Draven comes into my lane, but Draven jumps onto me. I guess she wanted to try if she had damage now. Yeah, she did, but not as much as I did. I also have armor as well, and she does have armor pen, so. We see Evelyn bot, that is why I feel confident pushing in this tower here. As Evelyn disappears in the jungle though, you know, I'm on the timer with her. You know, Evelyn can be pretty quick. I'm losing my wave here. But I think Blitzcrank is waiting for me to finish his tower so he can buy something. So I have to push it in and risk my life. Just so he can be greedy. You're gonna push it. Of course, pushing it like this means that Draven is gonna be able to freeze the wave like around here or something. Because my wave is bigger. That is why I want to come in here and try and push this all the way into her second turret before she shows up. But of course she does. And of course, even though I'm level 11, I think she's level 10 now, yeah. But I'm almost level 12. Yeah, so but I don't want to be near there. I think I also have enough for my needlessly large rod. Yeah, I do. You know, so I'm just gonna go base. Hope Riven doesn't freeze it too hard. I think you'll not see me go top either because Riven is freezing it, like I said. I think I'll go mid or bot or something and try and do something there. Maybe go into their jungle, grab this thing. Evelyn is at her blue. Gonna see if I can get her blue. Riven is shuffling it now though because she has Tiamat. Of course, it's really hard to freeze a lane when you have Tiamat. So rather than going mid, you already see me making this curve. We see Riven coming over here, placing that ward. We're gonna clear it. But aside from that, I want to pick up the huge wave that's here. So, and Riven is pretty hard to grab with all her jumps and stuff. We see Evelyn as well in mid lane. Echo went bot. So Sivir really has to back out. Her support isn't there either. Her support is dead. Victor is coming over. Blitz is holding mid as well. I'm top. I do have teleport. But I don't want to like... There's nothing really good for me to TP in. I could try for the tower, but it's very low. But as you know, the engage comes, I'm just gonna try because they were still kind of cut out. Didn't get it. So I'm just gonna keep on pushing top. Evelyn comes in pretty well. And I think that's kind of where this ends. Evelyn is very low, but Callista's full health. Riven in the meantime went mid. Wave is pushing top, so I can easily just go mid and hold that. I'm not gonna chase Riven because I don't know exactly. Don't think I knew how much health Evelyn was. I think if I saw how low she was, I could probably have gone there. But I felt like Evelyn was still running around in this jungle. So I didn't want to bother dying to anyone by crossing into the jungle. Blitz gets a good hook. Just don't get the kill. There's still 3 people in jungle. And in my mind also Evelyn. We have a ward here, but I have to be kind of careful for this. Evelyn comes in to clear the wave, so I know where Evelyn is. I can easily trade with Evelyn. She's 3 levels lower than me. I have my empowered W up, so I can easily get a stun combo off if I hit her. Of course she backs off a lot. As our team is able to move into our jungle, I know that there's less of their team there. So there's probably more people of their team over there. Evelyn Echo uses his ulti on the wave for some reason. I guess the cooldown isn't that big. Still. Does quite a lot of damage because you know he's a utility assassin, and that's mostly just utility and does insta kill. That's why. I trade decently though. Looking to back, but I see that there's a fight happening in bot. So I'm gonna come over there and try to aid that. I think they have to go because it's a 3v1. Taking a lot of damage from Kalista. Riven teleports in as well. Blitz and me come in for the support. This misses the hook, but I can jump in with my ultimate. So I do a lot of damage. The fight is dispersed around me. Everybody wants to get out of this area of effect that I do. Riven went over to the top side. I guess we can follow her because I think I follow her through here, but I assume she's just gonna execute. So I'll try to hit the wolves on her. But she jumps over, and at this point I'm thinking, well, there's no way I'm gonna get her. So I'm just gonna base, I think, and then maybe get her in the base. Sivir gets the auto attack off. Has to be careful, of course, for the Riven damage. Riven's got goes into the tower. Of course, she was just hit, so she doesn't get the execute. I went back to base in the meantime, got my Sonya's. And I think I'm gonna get a null magic as well. Heading for the Abyssal. Yeah. Drake is up in the meantime. That's kind of probably why both Blitz and Evelyn are in the neighborhood. But because there's a huge Draven top lane, I want to go there. Of course, my teleport's almost up, so I can do that. Mid lane, not much is happening. Both mid laners have died more than they have killed. Also, I just have the amount of assists that they have. That probably tells you something about how their lane has been going. A lot of jungle interference, probably, or a lot of roaming. Echo once again uses ult on the minions. I guess he was hoping to maybe catch someone off, but instead gets traded on by Victor really well. Nunu comes in for support, but there's not much happening there. I can still push this on, of course. I don't know where Evelyn is, but if Evelyn is top with me, she's not gonna be able to get Drake. If it's just Evelyn, I'll probably get Killer. If it's Evelyn and Riven, because those are the two I'm missing, now it's Evelyn. But if it had been Evelyn and Riven, I could probably have at least killed Evelyn, and maybe even killed Riven as well at this point, because I'm really far ahead with my Sonya's and ulti up. I do a lot of damage, level 2 ulti as well versus Riven. I think Riven has her level 2 ulti as well. More fighting happening. Damn, Karma damage. Karma just took my 2 kills as well there in the with the fight down there. You may have caught that. I wasn't too happy, but I wasn't too worried about it just yet. Instead of the 501, I got the 303, which is kind of boring. But as we win the fight in bot, we can easily just take the dragon. I could keep Riven there. I'm gonna look and see if their blue is up. Their blue is up. And I think you'll see me being pretty rusty here pretty soon as well. Of course, I'm gonna I'm letting the golem reset here. I don't really want to take damage from the golem if there's also the possibility that Evelyn is probably there. Basically, I know Evelyn is gonna be here at this point. Like I said, I think I can take them both. I'm gonna prove that here. I had my Sonya's on the wrong button. I used to have it on 2 and I had it on 1. But still, like I said, I can at least get one of them. If 2 of them come for me, I can at least get 1. So that's basically even trade, except for they get the assist pool money. But it frees up 1 extra person from our team to do whatever they want, and the rest of the team, because they know there's no jungle interference. So that's really worth. Because I know Evelyn and Riven are dead, I see the rest of the players on the map. I can easily push it out again. But probably gonna go base anyway. Don't know if Riven has teleport. She doesn't. She just used it bottom, of course, so I think I can do that. Not 100% certain though. Gonna push it out a little bit again. Of course, this does allow Riven probably to freeze it again, except of course that she does have the limit, so it's gonna be really tough for me to do that. A little fight in mid lane. I do have teleport, but once again, there's nothing really for me to teleport onto. It doesn't really appear to be that necessary for me to do so either, though. So I choose to go bot because there's a huge wave there. But I think I'll go mid pretty soon because there's gonna be stack on here. Evelyn flashes in, and I think you'll see me disperse my fault in the minion pretty soon. I teleport, yeah, teleport to mid lane. Wanted to make sure no one got dove. That does mean that this wave is still pushing in. So probably Victor is going to have to deal with this. Top lane is also gonna push against me at least at some point, maybe not directly, pretty soon. I did feel his Abyssal and did insta-clear the wave there. So I can easily go top again, though it doesn't really appear that there's that much for me to do there at the moment. So instead just gonna get Scuttles, put the ward there just to be sure, like, because we saw Riven here. Riven is here. You know, and I just want to play with Riven. See Kallista's there as well. I activate my ulti. This was probably the worst Sonya's I could have done. Because it meant that I got caught out. Victor is trying to save me, also got kinda caught out here. So that's a double kill for Riven all of a sudden. Karma comes in. I don't think she's gonna get anything though. Echo is also still missing. Echo comes in from mid. Blitz misses to grab Riven. Echo gets a really good parallel furnace off, and Draven is gonna come in to just pick up a lot more hits. Sivir comes in, does a lot of crits, flashes out. Not sure if that was necessary for it to flash out, but you know, might as well play safe. I don't know. So you know that was a really poor set of fights, and it kind of started with me, you know, trying to fuck with Draven. But it ended basically with me pretty close still that fight, I must say. And it ended still with actually what really caused it is my Sonya's. It was bad. It was Kalista was already dead, and I just Sonya'd way out of position basically. I just locked myself out of position for 2.5 seconds. So don't do that basically. Raven pushed in top. I'm gonna be able to clear it pretty quickly normally. Gonna try and get as much of the farm as I can. I think I do a decent job. I think I do a pretty decent job, yeah. Of course, we don't see anyone of their team on the map. Baron is up. Maybe we should have been warning that. But I guess maybe we just saw someone recently and decided that Baron was an issue. Echo is back in mid. Well, we have 3 people fighting Scuttles. Sivir comes in from base. Echo's gonna get 3 hits on the turret, but he is gonna get collapsed. Except of course that their whole team is there, so maybe not. I'm gonna come in from River. Karma Sonya's out of position as well. Basically goes up. Then like the rest of our team trying to save her is out of position again, though of course the turret wasn't there, so that didn't matter too much. I'm gonna come in from the side, not too afraid of Echo. But he somehow does a lot of damage for, you know, the utility assassin. Because that's what utility assassins do. So basically I die again, sort of out of position with the rest of my team here. My team does get another kill onto Kalista. And the enemy team takes position onto our inner turret. We're gonna come in from the side, and I think we're just gonna scare them off. Of course, Blitz is pretty low, probably 1k health still, but pretty low. Karma is gonna come in base. Is bot. Blitz misses the hook, and that's probably the end of it. I pick up a blasting mod. I think I want to go for Rylai's. But I think, yeah, I want to go for Rylai's because I also picked up the Ruby, but I think I changed it at some point as I did the Rabadons. Because as you saw here, my full combo didn't kill Echo, and then basically I was useless for a while until my spells came up again. So I think at some point I decided, fuck it, you know, I want to get that more AP damage and really just one-shot people when they try and jump on me. And I'm purely relying on Sonya's to save me. Draven was top. You know, it's pretty big wave stacking. I'm gonna come in from over there. In the meantime, the team is gonna start Drake, but they're at half health. We see Evelyn and Nunu. I hit like the Kennen minion there, but I'm gonna have to teleport in because I want this Drake. Kalista jumped over the wall. Is gonna die now. Rents the dragon, and Sivir is gonna get it with the auto attack. Maybe the Empower W, I don't know. And we're gonna chase because I like chase. We have that thing as well. I just realized here that I don't have my ult. So I almost have my ult here, so I'm gonna Sonya's and hope my ult comes up in time for me to finish the fight. I think I was activating it there just before I died. Draven's gonna get more kills. It's annoying, and I think it's a 3 for 2. Of course we killed Kalista in the beginning, so basically 2 for 2. Let's see if Blitz can escape this. I think he might. In the meantime, because I didn't have the time to really kill the wave, it's gonna take the turret. Blitz is still running away. He's gonna smite red buff for the extra health. Let's see how this goes. Close, but not close enough. Yeah, and I lost my turret. So they just got a lot of gold back. Basically from us playing quite poorly. Echo is not gonna get the ward. Maybe he thought I could still have teleport up, I don't know. I still see a huge wave top that has to be dealt with, but I also see Kalista, you know, BMing me, disrespecting me by trying to take the turret while I'm near. So I'm just gonna show her how much damage I do when I do get my ult off, which of course I still had because I couldn't use it in the last fight. I'm gonna chase Nunu a little bit, but it's quite useless because his initial ice ball slow is just so huge. The enormous wave top still stacking, so I do have to go there. Always using my E for the movement speed whenever I'm going somewhere. Not normally preserving it, unless I really know I can use it in a couple of seconds of arriving at my destination. Which was here probably. I probably held on to it slightly longer so I could E the wave. And because your wave clear is really just EW and it's you know, just auto attack and clears. I do quite a lot of damage yet, but I don't one-shot the melee minions yet, so not too happy. Bot lane goes 2 for 1 or 2 for 2, I guess, because Draven is also dead. Victor just hanging around there still. Kalista Nunu probably also there. Nunu's half dead though, so he's probably gonna go base. He is base probably. And Echo might as well be there, yeah. So we see him at Drake walk into our blue jungle. Our blue appears to be up, so we're gonna collapse. On there, I pushed out the wave, I was at half health. Pop the fight with Kalista probably. Good with my blitz this time. Gonna catch out what do you call it? Echo. Blue resets, but they're gonna get it anyway. Victor of course being very low, but I think he's gonna farm something still. Let's see, he goes base. Griffin is top again. There's Kalista. And somehow Kalista doesn't get him, I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened there really. I guess she doesn't have that much attack damage, but still, that's kind of ridiculous that she didn't get it. In the meantime, I find Riven in the top lane. I'm saying, Riven, I've had it with your bullshit. Just kill her quite easily. Do take quite a bit of damage because I'm fairly squishy. Except for my Sonya's. Next to my Sonya's, I only have offensive items. And even Sonya's has 120, so it's not really that offensive. It's only temporarily infernal. Team does a good job of pushing in the mid lane though. While I'm pushing in the top lane, I'm split pushing. Getting pretty good at it with the wave clear. Picked up another lead needlessly because I wanted Rabadons, like I just told you. And I just do a lot of damage to turrets. Like per auto attack, it's so much. So I'm gonna easily pick that up. Meantime, mid lane is kinda just held. Victor picks up Kalista backing. And I'm kind of looking around. I don't want to get caught out by Evelyn or Echo or anyone basically. But I do want to be there in case, you know, my team gets engaged. So even though I don't have ulti just yet, we're gonna base over there. And I think I pinged the team back because Sivir is both. Sivir and I are the most fed with 10-3 and 7-3. I guess Victor with 8-6 with join up with the team again. Sivir's not here yet. Blitz and Karma are both low. Karma also has no mana, so I don't know what she's doing here. Their enemy team backs off, and right now we're thinking it's probably Baron, but maybe more probably than Baron, it's a bait. Evelyn, of course, can easily set up traps because he can like stand here and be next to ward. I'm gonna be, you know, I scanned with this bars with my Q, and then I want to take the long way around, but we find Nunu here, and Echo in mid lane, and Kalista in bot lane, so we know they're not doing Drake, or Baron. But we do walk into the Nunu trap. I actually thought it would, I noticed it's slow on Blitzcrank, I didn't notice it on myself. I thought it would give particles if it was on myself. Instead, gonna flash in, zone again with my ulti, do a lot of damage. Might have picked up a kill, no I didn't, but still. Teams on the chase, we didn't lose anyone, they lost 2 people. Of course Kalista was probably still bot at the time, as she is. So I went bot, gonna teleport in with home guard to Kalista. Kalista doesn't want none of this because remembers what happened last time she was pushing a turret when I came in. And we're doing Drake. That's already our 4th Drake. And yeah, unless I'm not sure if Blitz had smite. I think he ulted it. If there might have been, a lucky steal, that's why I said, guys, Kalista is still around. Rift is gonna teleport up here. She's trying to push top then. There is a huge wave top, sorry, I'll give her that. But we just all backed, so she has to be pretty fucking quick to make the teleport worth. And we have Sivir Karma, so we really are quick. And if I'm there with my E, of course I'm also quick. I pushed in bot and met Kalista and over there, so didn't want to hang around. Riven gets absolutely nothing for her time here. That's the teleport wasted. I lose the fight for Scuttles versus. I expected to lose this versus Nuno because by now he must have some levels in costume. But with Echo's also there, I just don't want to be there. I don't want to get slowed and then just jump to one or whatever. Am I the highest level in the game? I think so. Surprisingly, Sivir is the second highest. Victor gets caught out between quotation marks, but we just blow up Riven so hard. Evelyn went this way. I think we saw the flash particle now in the Baron replays. I don't think we saw it last time. Doesn't really matter though. We got a kill and apparently a flash even. And we're gonna chase on to the rest of the enemy team. We see Evelyn in the top lane right now. Echo jumps out before he can get his parallel conversion stun up. I messed up pressing my Sonya's button before I pressed my what do you call it? Alt button. But it still went pretty well. That's 4 dead. Evelyn in the top lane, kinda caught out. Victor's gonna defend. Catches Evelyn over there. She was probably typing something like this, don't fight when I'm not there or something. It's a pretty close fight, but he's gonna get it. Gonna clear the top wave. I just came in as well because I was super low. I didn't want to bother helping. Gonna base real quick to pick up my violates with the extra money I just got from Mesh. And just home guard, probably into top lane again because the wave is still pretty big there. Mid lane has a kind of big wave. Dragon is gonna be up in not anytime soon, but we're very close to the 5 dragon buff. And we turn on the 1-4-0 split push. With me without teleports, I'm just guys, just whatever you do, don't die, because I can join you. Because I feel like I'm a pretty big teamfight presence right now with my items, and with my ulti as well. Even if I had teleport, I wouldn't be that much of a teamfight presence without my ulti. They're gonna easily pick up the inner, no contest there. But I think they noticed me being here. Riven flanks as well. But I managed to work my way to their top tower very quickly. So if they engage now, I'm gonna get the tower. Evelyn does flank, but it's kind of not, it's not full hearted. They're going in and out again, and they use ultis. Riven had her ulti active, and Evelyn used her ulti. Echo's ulti is also on cooldown. I do a lot of damage to turrets. Evelyn's the only one to defend there. Right now, I just have to be careful that I don't get jumped on. Even though if I get jumped on, we're probably just gonna get disturbed. But we're probably gonna get both the inhib and this if I don't get jumped on. Evelyn tries, but doesn't do that much damage anymore. They collapse on top of me, but I can just ulti and Sonya's. Gonna flee away from Riven. Gonna pick up the inhib. Because he can. And that's 3 people dead, only the jungler and top laner alive. I'm gonna base. I do have teleport and home guard right now. Victor is chasing Riven, not, it's not necessary, but we kind of won here. I think we already GG'd at this point. They're just playing with Riven. Evelyn apparently snuck in behind. Is gonna die though. This is one. I'm gonna clear the wave from top real quick because I don't want to snuck the tower. And then I think I'm just gonna TP into the wards here. You're gonna TP in, and I think this is about the time the surrender vote's gonna come in. Yeah, there it is. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I promise I'll try and be back with more League videos in the future. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye bye.